here in Lagos, actually, Nigeria's commercial capital, the thing about Lagos on Fridays is that the traffic is usually reduced. So if you're in Lagos, don't worry, there should be less traffic, except you're applying that Ogudu route where that Ogudu Ifako bridge is still being fixed. That's one portion of it. So yet again, another travel advisory. But there's a big advisory coming from the Chief of Defense Staff.
Yesterday.
It's not a travel advisory, it is more of a self-defense advisory.
Or a security safety advisory, if you will.
Call it that. So the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, is advising all Nigerians, or Nigerians, as the case may be, to learn combat skills to protect themselves in the face of danger. He likened the acquisition of martial arts like karate, taekwondo, and judo to driving, swimming, and other survival skills. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Defense Staff.
So that's what the NYC is supposed to do. And, you know, the NYC's have been watered down to 3 weeks. I think it's important that we're able to give every Nigerian one security awareness at whatever level. Self-defense is very important. Unarmed combats, swimming, driving, these are critical aspects for human endeavor. Those are things we should never take for granted because it prepares you for the future. The world we are in now is dangerous. We have individuals that don't mean people well. They kill for whatever reason, and it is not only in Nigeria. I'm sure you know, even abroad, you see somebody will take a weapon, go to a school, and open fire on everybody. So there's a lot of psychological things. People, because again...
So you encourage self-defense?
No, self-defense, everybody is supposed to be ready to protect himself as an individual. So if it means you should take judo lessons, take karate lessons, make sure that you are physically fit to be able to withstand this, and don't want to take things...
So how do you withstand bullets?
Well, self-defense in the face of... You avoid where bullets will fly as much as possible, and I think those are the areas that we should. But I think that education on security is what we don't do.
So there's a lot of things in that message. So there's the role of security agencies, and that's where the bullets part come in. What do you do in the face of bullets? And that's usually the big part of the conversation. But you can't take away the individual, I wouldn't call it responsibility in that sense, because the Constitution provides that you can defend yourself. I mean, it gives you that right to self-defense. But, you know, this is going to be a major debate, naturally, Jeffrey, because the question that would always come up is for people, take Katsina, for example, the people in the mosque that went to pray on Tuesday, and the bandits came in and started shooting. Self-defense is good, but in the face of such attack, your self-defense is really nothing because they have guns and you just have your fist and your feet. What's the best you can do? Run at that point. So there are different layers to this. So primarily, yes, absolutely, everybody should learn self-defense. Everybody should be security conscious, but that doesn't take away the work that the security agencies in collaboration with the people also have to do. So yes, absolutely learn self-defense, but when it is escalated, defend yourself by running.
Yeah, just run away if you can. I totally agree with him that self-defense is very paramount. Basic skills. In fact, when I heard him say that yesterday, I said, Kari, we need to bring that karate friend that comes on the show where when we used to do a lot of exercise. Maybe we'll have to do a series for the next 4 weeks on self-defense as a follow-up to what the CDS has said. So if somebody is armed or somebody is not armed, what do you do? You know, we can learn those basic skills pending when help comes through. But the bigger question is when they come with arms, there's really not much you can do. The only thing you can do is to look for a way to escape. That's the only thing. For now, Nigeria doesn't allow you bear arms as an individual. But there are people that have, you know, licensed guns and all of that. I feel that we should get to a point in Nigeria, certain parts of this country, where they should allow people to bear arms because of the way these terrorists and all these people just invade villages and kill people. Because if you know that you have equal measure of firepower coming against you, at least minimally, you rethink your action, you know. we'll call it the balance of terror. If you're coming to somebody's house and you're aware that the person has dogs and guns, no matter where you're coming from, you'll know that you may be a casualty in that particular encounter. So if things continue to escalate the way they're escalating, it may not be out of place for us to begin to have a conversation around bearing arms and even legislate on it, because people cannot just stay in their villages and get killed carelessly. But before we get there, the CDS has said, let us do the best we can as individuals to defend ourselves. I think he compared it to like swimming and driving. As much as you go to swim and learn how to drive, those are life skills. You also need a bit of self-defense. It keeps you fit, it keeps you alert, it gives you self-awareness so that you can defend yourself. I think totally. For this to be coming from the CDS, he's seen hell and won waters, and he knows that certain things could have been avoided. But, Kade, if we juxtapose that with the Supreme Court judgment of the gentleman who defended himself, according to the story, somebody invaded his village with a gun or a machete, I can't remember what weapon it was. Well, he disarmed the person in the middle of the fracas. The person died. He was now sentenced to death. So there's a lot of conflict in terms of how these things are interpreted. That case is now people are making appeals to the president to grant the guy a pardon because he was simply defending himself, which is his constitutional right. Now he's been sentenced to death by the highest court in the land. So we need to be clear on exactly what we're doing as a people. But it's totally okay to defend yourself, Kadi.
Absolutely. So while we chew on that and ruminate on that, the point is everybody should be security conscious on the one hand. We should support the security agencies on the other hand. And it's expected that the security agencies are always up to the task whenever they are called upon. But the episode that played out on the Ibom air flight, you recall weeks ago when a Nigerian, Comfort Emmanson, a Nigerian lady, boarded an Ibom air flight, and there was a back and forth about switching off your mobile phone and all of that, but things degenerated such that she had to be dragged off the plane in very controversial circumstances. Well, we understand that the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority has now met with Comfort Emmanson. That's the passenger who was involved in the disagreement with some crew members in that airline. That's according to a statement from the spokesperson of the agency, Michael Achimogu. But that's not all. The NCAA also said that it met with the crew members of Ibom Air. So that includes Julie Edwards and other members of the crew involved in that incident as part of investigations into the incident. So she came with her lawyer, right? The NCAA's legal department is also involved. Don't forget that Comfort Emmanson is already seeking compensation for that particular incident, the embarrassment that came through when she was stripped some sort. She's seeking 500 billion naira in damages, according to what we are hearing. So this sort of intervention, how far would it go to, I don't know, douse the issues? Are they seeking some sort of out-of-court settlement? What exactly is going to play out? Well, we do not know, but we can tell you for sure that that meeting is held. We do not have an outcome for the meeting. But the implication for the future, now the NCAA says everybody must switch off their phones, at least at very key parts of takeoff and landing. How would this be implemented or enforced? In fact, it's not implemented, it's more enforced now. What obtains in other climes? There are lots of debate around this. So we'll see how this plays out, Jeffrey. But to sweep this under the carpet, clearly this can happen. So all eyes are still on this.
I think clearly with the Emmanson's case or Comfort's case, it was clear that Nigeria is elitist in their perception. When you see how Kwam Wong was treated against how she was treated, it clearly means that if you have a name or you have a surname, treatment will be different. That is a fact. You can choose not to agree, but the two scenarios played out in our very eyes, and we see how two individuals who had different status were treated differently. Yeah. One even committed a heftier crime than the other, but the lesser one was another kettle of fish altogether. But to say that there's a way, I expected Ibom by now to have sorted this out. I do not hope this goes to court. given what has played out so far, the intervention of the government, but it's within the right of the girl to go to court because, in fact, initially when we saw that video, it was so embarrassing. Anybody should go to court in that kind of situation and seek as heavy compensation as he should. But since I felt that she was forgiven, for our own reaction, there's a way this can be settled and she can be compensated. But what I would have proposed if I was advised Ibom, which is an airline we're all very proud of, Akwa Ibom people are proud of, Nigeria is proud of, is perhaps the most successful state-owned airline in the country, has been doing pretty well. Let her not dampen this reputation with the poor PR. A simple apology, public apology to this girl, explaining how things played out and apologize that things escalated to the point where a body was exposed. Not this, it was, we were not the one that filmed. We didn't, all that doesn't make sense. We'll go a long way. But if they want to still grandstand, well, the court is open to everybody. Go and find yourself. So it's as simple as that. But I'm sure the NCAA is trying to look for some kind of ADR, alternative dispute resolution, to see how everybody can come. But she should be compensated one way or the other because what has happened to her cannot be taken away forever. Her digital footprint is there. The girl whose body, whose bosom was all over the place while she was being pulled out of an aircraft, that will not be taken away. So her dignity is in ruins. It's now for her to walk psychologically out of that space because she has to move on with her life. That for that mistake that was made by whoever around the airline did that, they should apologize to her and compensate her. It's as simple as it gets.
I mean, simple. Let's basically have a society that is straightforward, built on values. Whoever you are, you get the same treatment. But politics is also big. The PDP is holding meetings around zoning. It looks like there'll be some issues as a result of that. The meeting was held in Lagos, and they're trying to just find a way around this zoning matter. But a prominent member of the PDP, the FCT governor, and
yes, minister. It's okay.
The FCT minister and former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. He's not, of course, attending that meeting. In fact, what he's saying now, which he has said before, is that he's going to be for or support whoever supports President Bola Tinubu. That is the adverbial or proverbial day for who, day for you in that sense. So it's quite interesting that while the PDP is having meetings on how to go about 2027, the zoning, leadership and all of that, a member of a PDP, a prominent one, is saying, well, I am supporting the APC and the candidate, and if anybody is going to support him, hey, I'm going to support that person. So it's a very interesting time that the PDP has found itself. But let's take a listen to the FCT minister when he was speaking yesterday. Okay, we'll bring you that, but it's quite interesting, Jeffrey, that day for who, day for you, while the PDP is having meetings.
I'm exhausted talking about the PDP because the optics, the way they manage crisis has not been quite good. This is just a view, if they are serious about what they're doing, they can technically ignore Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. I know it's dangerous to ignore him because I know what he's capable of. The reason is simple. He will support the president for the next election. How else can he, what more do you want him to say? So if you are a political party, and it's common sense, you're a political party and you're the opposition political party, and a prominent member of your party who supported the APC to win the election last year, the last election, and now is serving in that government, one of the performing ministers of that government, loyal to the president, has been clear on his direction as to who he will, show his support for or do everything possible to ensure that the person wins the next election. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you disturbing yourself? Because clearly he did anti-party activity like other people. It was at the vanguard of the G5. Others did their own anti-party secretly. He did his own openly. with the people that did it openly as well. After the election, they now started talking. Now he's going to do that anti-party activity, at least from his statements so far as a prominent member of the party. So why should the party be disturbing themselves? The problem I see here is that he has a lot of lieutenants in the party who are supporting. He has lawmakers, the minority leader in the House of Reps is loyal. The national secretary of the party is loyal. In fact, the national chairman of the party, acting national, we don't know where he stands. He still has the former governors also in the party as well who are support. So he has a lot of problems. I think the only person he has fallen out with, whether it's on TV or in real life, is Seyi Makinde, who was part of the G5. So that's what I'm saying. It's exhausting talking about this PDP back and forth. I think the PDP should just go ahead as a political party and do what they have to do. Whether Emmanson Wike, the FCT media, likes it or not, he can take his own action because he's clear he's supporting the president. So what else do you want the man to say? So why are you disturbing yourself? Anyway, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's common sense. It's just common sense. The man will not support your candidate in the next election, and he's been consistent. He's not mincing words. So why this back and forth? Just go ahead and do what you want to do. Good luck to you. When the election comes, if you win, fine. If you don't win, you prepare for the next one. Let's not wasting our time. Every day is in here, some weekend, Seyi Makinde, oh, you must do this. It's just a waste of money.
Jeffrey, did you say good luck to you, to them?
No, good luck to them, all of them.
As a candidate or just good luck generally?
No, not in that sense. I mean, good luck to everybody. It's a contest.
Because there's a lot of talk around good luck Jonathan possibly being a candidate.
I don't see that happening. I can tell you for almost so confidently, I don't see good luck coming out.
So they have about...
I don't see good luck coming back.
2 options now.
Yeah, I don't see...
Good luck Jonathan, Peter Obi.
I know Peter Obi will definitely want to run. Atiku will definitely want to run. And Kwankwaso, I'm not sure. You know, he keeps his cards close to his chest. That's one politician I like somehow, the way he behaves. You don't know where he's coming, you don't know where he's going. He doesn't talk too much. He doesn't do pressers. He just gives you results. Okay, you are doubting me. These are my numbers. It's as simple, as clear as it is. So, but good luck, Jonathan. Coming back to the polls, that possibility is so slim right now because he has a lot going for him as a politician who was adjudged to be not a great president, but in his twilight when he left office, the way he surrendered, just conceded defeat, kind of, did a lot of PR for him, and he's built on that PR to where it is. Coming back, and if he loses election the second time, you should know that when you're running against Bola Tinubu, you have to Bola Tinubu has never lost an election. And he started from the top. He started as a senator. He won. Okay. It was botched. He was a 2-term governor. The first time he attempted to be president, he became president. So when you're coming against such an individual with such pedigree, you need to put your acts together. I don't see Goodluck Jonathan putting his heart in the ring. I may be wrong, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
So there you go. Jeffrey's prediction.